And then when we were in Switzerland, she was like standing where I ended up proposing. She was like, damn, if this guy wasn't so stupid, he would have done it right here.
So would you guys call off your wedding if your partner thought you were ugly?
That's a good. I think Annette already thinks I'm ugly.
Yeah, I was the next thing to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm ugly.
Annette was like fine with the moissanite or lab grown, but my mum refused to let me buy any of them because she was like, you're not going to embarrass me like that.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Rice and Mike's podcast. I'm your host, Tung Nguyen. Today we're joined by your two favorite co-hosts now. I finally upgraded you guys. You guys are here.
Co-host.
I love a promotion.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Today we have Mr. Nathan. Nathan,
Hello.
how you going?
What?
How you going?
Oh, good, bro.
Shit, man. No, you just left me there. All right. Felt great. Matt, how are you, mate?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
Good. What's been new? What's happening? It's been a while. The last time we did a recording was around March. That was our bargain episode. It's been 5 months. We've got a few life updates. Yes, Nathan is now engaged.
Oh, yeah. That
was his news to announce.
All right, but in terms of news, Nathan's changed his marital status on Facebook.
I'm now Mr. Mai.
Why is it the other way? You took
I'm
your
progressive.
girlfriend's last name?
No, I was just kidding.
You should have said that. Oh, unfortunately, Nathan and that is not his girlfriend anymore. And then
They're engaged.
engaged.
Should we do that? And Matt, what's up with you, man? I know you've been you're very athletic.
No,
days.
just I mean, signed up for a few races, so at least I've a goal or something to train for.
Yeah.
The past few months.
Yeah.
Good.
Matt's quite the racist now. It's great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite race?
Favorite race. You want me to talk about High Rocks?
what's High Rocks, man?
Nah, it's just another race, another obstacle course racing thing.
So kind of like, what's the other one everyone does?
Spartan. Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
It's similar to one of those.
You just don't get dirty.
Yeah. And you're inside like a venue.
Oh,
a
no,
lot more
mine's getting
running.
dirty.
But it was good fun. Tung seems to think I talk about it a lot, but I don't. But
I think
I
it's
mean,
anything.
but if anyone wants to know about it, just message me and I'm happy to talk
Tell
about
everyone your Vo2 Max.
So Matt's been very athletic. Yep. Nathan's been very engaging.
Athletic, very athletic
And
too.
an
He's
athletic.
also running the marathon with me in 2 weeks' time at the time of recording.
What's Vo2 Max? You guys talk about that a lot.
It's the measurement of how strong you are.
Yeah,
How much of a man you are.
The higher it is.
Isn't that just the bench? That's what everyone
Same
uses
thing,
as the benchmark, right?
It's the measurement of your ego. That's the Vo2 Max.
same thing?
All right. Do you want to share? I know you want to share to everyone what your score is.
Mine is really low, so I don't want to share.
Fair enough. He's weak. You're weak. Fair enough. Myself, what's even happened? 5 months. We've done the Melbourne apps. Nothing really. I've been following someone's progression. I'm going to sound a bit like a creep, but there's that bread store in Cabramatta outside
Tokyo.
outside Woolies Cabra. It's
Yeah,
a bakery store. I think I brought this up before.
Was it the pork roll store?
No, just a random bakery. It kind of reminds me of like Happy. No, not Happy
Opposite
Cup.
the
Bread
butcher.
Top.
Opposite the butcher in
Cabramatta, the plaza.
Yeah, the plaza. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would go to Woolies at, like, let's say, I don't know, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. And there's just this one girl who was in primary school that was running the joint at the counter. I'm like, man, it's so easy to rob this place. And then it's like, I saw her in primary school uniform because it was the same primary school colors. And now I walk past and now she's in Cabra High uniform. I'm like, oh man, look at it. I'm just like tracking her progress, with my binoculars. And that was a joke. Please, AFP. That was just a joke. But
And you still got to rob the place, or?
I feel like every year that passes, my chances get slimmer. I get older, she gets stronger.
And faster.
Yeah. Yeah, now today's the first day of
September.
Spring is surrounding us now, is among us.
Well, it's hot
Are
today
you guys
too.
worried about like how hot summer's going to be? Because this is a nice winter, right? But this is winter. I mean, it was
Really?
winter yesterday.
It was not a nice winter.
It was warm because the last week of winter was 30 degrees a few days.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a sign that this summer is going to be bad. Right?
I saw someone post on Reddit. They told all the transit services to get ready for the hottest summer.
Ooh.
And it's going to affect services.
Yeah, that's not me, man. All about that metro, baby. We love metro.
Is the
Can you give us an update on the metro?
Yeah, it's open now.
Good work.
And the Bankstown line is meant to arrive in about 12 months. Not that I would know.
What's your source of information? Time Out Sydney?
I don't know how the news outlets always get it before I do. It's ridiculous. Very silly. But yeah, I didn't feel like it was a very cold winter.
No, it wasn't. I didn't have to whip out the down jacket that much at all.
I usually have to whip out that big thick Asian blanket everyone always has, and it's got the weirdest design on there. You remember at my placemat, I had the one with the big American eagle.
Yeah.
I don't know where my mum sources these, but I just had this big thick blanket. It was so comfortable. It was just the strangest design on there, and I never felt like it was that cold enough to need to bring it out.
You know what you need to get? One of those low Japanese tables with the blanket built in, and there's a heater under the blanket too.
What is this?
Yeah, it's one of those like low tables, and then off the edge of it, like there's a blanket, and I'm pretty sure some of them have a heater built in at the bottom.
All I can think about is that Chinese TikTok reel where they have it was like an oven. They start throwing sticks in there. There was a fire under the bed.
Yeah.
There's no way this works. It looks so sus.
Have you seen the ads for the Chinese aluminium houses?
What is this?
It's on Instagram. Have you seen it? Yeah. She's like, it's a cheap house made out of 100% aluminum.
I think I see it. Yeah. And then like subtitles on that, right?
Yeah,
like,
I sent it to you. It's like, hey boss,
yeah,
hey Habibi.
I think you sent it.
Well, Sophia's off camera giving some commentary just for context here.
So funny.
Is this a sign of global warming? Are we
It
getting
is.
into
Like, it
this?
shouldn't be this warm, honestly. Like as much as as nice as the weather is right now. So like yesterday we went to the beach, winter, right? It's insane, but it's nice, but it shouldn't be this warm yet.
It's strange.
It should be warmer in 2 months. So yeah, I'm worried for the summer. I mean, if whoever doesn't have AC in their place, like rip, because it's going to be hot.
I'm worried for the marathon, bro.
Oh
You
yeah.
have a marathon?
Yeah. In 2 weeks. That's what Matt and I were talking about.
Oh,
Wait, you didn't know who was running it?
I didn't know there wasn't. It's hard to keep up, man. You guys have marathons every week. There's too many going on.
We go to parties and we run 30Ks while we're at house parties.
Bro.
Run around the kitchen.
You guys love that hit on your legs, don't you? Not as high, is it?
It's actually really painful. I don't know why I do
Yeah,
it.
it's not fun actually. Like,
I think about it a lot. Like while I'm running, I'm just like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And then I finish, I'm like, oh, that was alright.
and then for days after, you're hurting as well. Your knees are hurting, your butt's hurting, your toes are hurting, ankles hurting.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
So it's effectively leg day every day for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Annette was saying to Sophia the other week, so I don't know why he runs, because every time he finishes, he's just in pain and he's complaining about it.
Well, you can't go anywhere.
No, I can, but like, it's just every effort you make that day of, it hurts.
Yeah, takes a lot more
I don't know
effort.
how Morgan does it. He did a marathon, hit a mad pace on it, and then he did like another 15K run 2 days later. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Morgan's one of our good friends for context.
Yeah, he maxed out his VO2.
He's actually been maxed.
He's literally like a god.
I think his handle's Morgan PT if you want to check him out. He's a PT now. Check him out. He's got a very cool tattoo, so he's got credentials.
And he did high rocks with me.
Yeah, yes. That makes more sense.
Can't forget that.
Let's start with engagement. So I ruined Nathan's reveal that he's engaged.
I didn't even reveal it that properly when we got engaged. I just dropped a video on like a reel, and then it was right at the end, and not many people realized it because not many people watched the entire reel.
So now you know who's actually watching my content.
Yeah.
And Nathan did it in Europe, specifically
Switzerland.
Now, if you remember a couple episodes ago, we did go to New Zealand together, and in New Zealand, I was saying, Nathan, man, this is really beautiful. And then I saw it in Switzerland, but I was like, whoa, what's New Zealand, bro? It's like Switzerland and Timu.
Yeah, so Switzerland's like New Zealand on steroids.
Literally, yeah, it's so nice.
It just smells like cow poop throughout the whole country, though. That's the only thing.
Oh, so that's the trade-off.
Yeah, they have a lot of cows, especially in like the Alps, but they make special cheese.
Sorry, don't cancel me, New Zealand. I really did like it though. It's really nice.
And then I want to go back.
Yeah, we'll do North Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go. I haven't been. Yeah, me and Sophia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good answer, man. Stay away from me. And I know you spontaneously planned it. Sorry, we'll start with some context. Everyone in our circle is now getting engaged, married without telling
everyone.
us.
Also, you just use a double negative. Spontaneous planned it.
I did spontaneously plan it.
Yeah,
Spontaneously
you can
planned it.
Yeah, you can decide to plan spontaneously.
Yeah.
If you can have a spontaneous act, or you can spontaneously start planning something. It's like one day we're like, oh yeah.
I mean, they're like,
it almost.
okay, whatever. Let's just move on.
Sorry, Matt's ATAR's higher than me.
No.
Yes,
I only did it.
So is his VO2 Max, bro.
Yeah, everyone around us is getting into this sort of stage in life. And I feel like we're at that near towards the final episodes of Friends. Because I remember watching the reunion video, movie, whatever, for Friends. And the producers was talking about how the whole series is about how it's a stage of your life when your friends are the most central part of your life. And now we're slowly moving towards people having kids. People just moving on to after season 10 when the whole series ended. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old, man. This is feeling weird. Like, I've got my friend Jason, who runs Son of a Booth, by the way. We'll do a placement ad for that. He's got a kid. I'm like, what? I used to play MapleStory with this guy at school, man, and League of Legends. Now he's got a kid that he's going to teach him how to scam as well again. The cycle continues.
Jason was the best scammer though.
He was the best, yeah.
And he was best being a girl character too. Yeah.
Sorry, if you got your NX stolen on MapleStory, that was probably him.
High chance it was him, yeah.
Yeah. So Nathan, tell us a bit about your engagement, man. What happened?
Well, we were planning to go to Europe for probably about a year, and then Annette was always sending through photos of rings. It was the same ring.
It's very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle. Yeah. So she was like, "Oh, we should." So basically, say, we should get engaged soon. I was like, "Yeah, we'll get around to it."
Without saying it directly.
Yeah, and
she never said it.
No, she never said it directly. Look, she said she wanted to get married, but like not when, where, or whatever. And then I was like, "Oh, yeah, whatever. Like it'll happen eventually."
Yeah.
Like just paying it off. And then she was like, when it happens, I want to be surprised. I don't want to know what's coming. No spoilers. And I was like, oh, okay. That's pretty easy. So then I spent a whole year gaslighting her into thinking it wasn't going to happen in that year or even in Europe. And conveniently, when we were going to Europe, one of my other friends was going to go to Europe and he was going to propose too. So I told her about it. I'm like, isn't that stupid? Like, why would you go overseas and propose with the real ring? Especially because we ended up going to Tomorrowland too. I was like, see, it's going to get stolen. Like, it's the dumbest thing you could do. And she's like, damn it, this guy is so stupid. She went and told her twin sister, Suzanne. It's like, oh, no, it's not happening. It'll probably happen some other time.
Hey, good play. That's a good play.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're a liar. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
only for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And then
he's a lawyer.
Yeah. It's just about withholding information. And then I remember like 2 weeks before we were going to go, she was like, hey, are we going to go ring shopping before you buy it? And at that point I already had it. And I was like, no, why would we go ring shopping? She's like, what? I want to see it. I'm like, but you've sent me the same photo of 20 rings. Like, same 20 photos and they all look like the same ring. And she's like,
okay. You had an idea of what kind of style she wanted, what kind of band and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which made it easy. And then when we were in Switzerland, she was like standing where I ended up proposing. She was like, damn, if this guy wasn't so stupid, he would have done it right here.
She said that.
No. She was thinking it. Yeah. She told me after, she was like, oh, what a wasted opportunity if it didn't happen. But
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, because she was filming like some TikTok trend where you like fall over and transitions between places. So luckily I didn't have to hire a photographer. Bargain. Bargain.
Love a good bargain.
Yeah. Oh, and then we just that's how we recorded it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and it looked very nice. It was so in Switzerland, it was just picture perfect.
Yeah. The hardest thing about Switzerland is finding a spot with no tourists. So we did an hour and a half hike up the mountain. The place where I was originally going to do it had too many tourists, so we went and hiked about 10 minutes further, and it was just quiet, which was nice and lucky because I didn't want anyone taking a photo of me.
Why? It's like, oh, we saw an engagement.
Yeah. Just imagine, bro. You pop the question and like 80 people start taking photos of you.
Yeah, you feel like you're popular.
Yeah,
like
I guess a celebrity.
So. What were the rules with getting engaged? I'm kind of not wanting to ask this for myself as well.
Asking for a mate. I don't know. Annette said she wanted me to tell her family that it was coming. So then I just had to go meet up with all of them individually. She didn't find out about that either. So yeah, I took some time off work, went and saw them all and told them. And that was it.
Did you take them all to? Oh, okay. Well, you did individually. I've heard of other people just doing a group thing with both parents or whatever.
No, family. I don't know. I didn't have to. She just wanted me to at least let her mum know and her older brother know. So I just told everyone anyway.
Oh. Wait, what'd you do, Matt? It's a bit harder for you. Did you just call them on WeChat?
Called them on WhatsApp. No, WhatsApp. I called them on Skype or something. But yeah, I called her sister to organize one with her mum and dad, and they were both luckily at home that time. And then I just said,
Was there any build up? Did you dress up on camera?
No, I was
like
just
a job interview. You just
it was
party on the,
I was on my lunch break.
party on the bottom.
no, I was just,
lunch break.
yeah, I just caught them quick call. But like the thing is, the sister already knew as well though. So she visited us, and I actually showed her the ring and told her all about it. So when she went back to Hong Kong, she knew that she had to organize a call with her mum and dad.
Yeah.
How did you hide your ring? Oh wait,
I hid it just in the cupboard. Like she doesn't really go through my stuff, so I had the ring the whole time she was here.
You got lots of secrets in there.
Yeah. She doesn't go through my stuff.
Same thing with mine actually. I had mine in my jacket pocket, and Annette was like, "Oh, can I borrow your jacket?" I was like, "Oh fuck." yeah, okay. So she took it, and then luckily the sun came out and it was hot.
Oh shit, that was a good call. Yeah, I still don't know what the right protocol is. Some people take him to dinner. I thought you're supposed to buy him gifts. Is that a thing? Like a dowry? I'm supposed to buy her a goat? Like her mum a goat?
I think that's later, bro.
Yeah, no, but like obviously these days, your parents, you know, they don't probably expect too much. Plus, you know her mom quite well, so I think she probably you don't do much. I think like they expect it to be coming soon, right? So
yeah, not that I'm planning anything. If anyone's hearing
Are you
this.
gonna do a Borat style?
Wear a mankini?
No, you kidnap them, put them in the wedding sack.
Oh my god, what is this? I've seen this like that video, right, where the guy's about to get robbed or something.
He goes and tries to kidnap Pamela Anderson.
What?
Have you seen it?
This is something else entirely.
You
know in the first Borat movie? You haven't seen Borat?
No.
Dude, you have to watch Borat.
I only watched the American one.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Yeah, the latest one.
Yeah, in the first one, he goes to America to do a documentary about America, but then he sees a picture of Pamela Anderson, and he falls in love with her. So he, like, the last half of the movie is him traveling across the US to propose to her. And the traditional way in Kazakhstan, according to Borat, is that they kidnap them, stuff them in a sack.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I think I have, but I don't remember shit about it.
So funny, bro. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's the best.
Yeah, no thanks. Maybe a bit later. I've got too many things on my list to get through. Like
It's a classic. It's, you know, whenever anyone says my wife, it's like, my wife.
Yeah. Controversial question. We all have our preferences on what kind of ring to get. You got your real diamond, your lab grown, and moissanite, and maybe a bit different is maybe just a whole nother gemstone entirely. What team are we on and why?
Well, funny because we both have different. Yeah. I bought her lab. He has real diamond. So maybe we're straight.
And Annette was like fine with the moissanite or lab grown, but my mum refused to let me buy any of them.
Really? So it's your mum.
But your mum's not getting proposed to.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you listening to her?
Because she was like, "You're not going to embarrass me like that."
I remember we had this conversation when we were in Melbourne, like at a cafe one time, and we all agreed that we were going to get lab or something, right?
Yeah.
You were happy with lab too.
I was happy with lab as well.
Yeah.
So was Annette.
Yeah.
And actually, the general consensus I was asking around at work is a lot of people are happy with lab nowadays.
Yeah, and Michelle said her preference was moissanite. So now we got all three. We got the whole Trinity force of rings here, and we can all compare.
The infinity gauntlet of engagement stones.
Yeah, exactly. Not that I have any sort of ring planned soon, but as Michelle walks into the behind the camera. But yeah, it's such a lucrative business, man, because even something as simple as a lab grown diamond, you walk into a store and they're like, oh, it's like $5,000, $10,000, depending what you want, and you never know what you're looking for because you're just a bloke who's buying jewelry. And they seize that. They're like, oh, they're like a shark smelling blood in the water. And they're like, oh, this guy's got money to spend.
And if it all goes well, you're only buying that diamond once in your life.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So
you're never going to be back in that store.
They don't care about repeat customers. Yeah. They just want to squeeze as much money as they can out of you while you're at the store. How did you guys navigate that?
I went with a mate who got engaged before. So then he took me to his family friend. And then, it made the process so much easier. He knew what he was doing. His family friend was a bit more gentle with me, not knowing anything, and then it felt like he wasn't going to scam me as well because it was a family friend.
Maybe it was a facade. He gives that friendly aura, like a salesman.
It's all part of the scam. Discount. So I don't know. Apparently, my mate was saying it was like this market cost, so he made no profit from that because family friend.
Nice.
So I felt like my experience was pretty good, but I can't imagine if you didn't know anything and you're just a dumb bloke walking into the store, like you will get scammed a few grand probably.
Yeah, for sure. I brought my mum. So she's like,
to where?
Not to be missed,
like just a random jeweler, or was it?
Well, my mum goes to this jeweler down in Cabra all the time.
Oh, she knows him, yeah.
So then we actually found our diamond online So you don't actually have to go to the jeweler. You can go find one of those diamond markets online.
Yeah.
And then if you find the code, you just go give it to your jeweler and get them to buy it. And then we haggled the jeweler.
Oh.
And do you have an idea what you wanted? Like I know there's different kinds. You got how many carats? How many? What kind of band you want? Do you want a pronged or halos?
It's all down. Things. It's all down to your significant other. It's like what do they want? But if you look at the diamond, there's a lot of ratings for the same thing.
Yeah.
So they'll have 2 levels for the same, like almost the same level of clarity or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's that thing. And there's like scratches and
but you can't see it with the naked eye, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, I ended up getting a really expensive one anyway.
Because you're rich.
No, well, the price differential was like, I found a really good one, and the price was good. Yeah. So I was like, it's only like X amount more, so I might as well just buy it.
How much do you charge again?
Huh?
How much do you charge again at your phone?
480 now.
Wasn't it like 800?
No. That's for like 2 hours. But I didn't see that money, like that comes overhead and
just
stuff.
on paper, it just sounds like a lot. It just sounds like you're doing a lot. Yeah, that's a hard thing for a lot of blokes. And I feel like if you were to get a lab grown anyway, would your mum have been able to tell?
No. When I proposed to Annette, it was actually a fake ring. So I got it $16 off Shein.
Nice.
And I proposed to her with that, and I was like, it's fake, by the way.
Just like, you fucking bastard.
She said yes anyway.
This is what you got me?
I didn't tell her that there was a real one either. So she said yes. And one of my mates said to me, it's like, well, she doesn't say no. If she doesn't say yes to that, then like she's not worth it. But she did.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then I had to get that ring resized because she's grown an emotional attachment to it. And the resizing costs more than the actual ring.
Yeah, it's like $300, isn't it? Like
no, it was $16 to buy it and then $60 to resize it.
Okay,
that's yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
With Michelle, she kind of thought I was doing it in Korea when we went in.
We all thought you were doing.
Yeah, we all thought you were going to do it in Korea.
Oh man, now I feel even worse now. Because then we went in, was it June? Been to Korea, by the way, and I was like, if I was actually proposing to you, I would have taken the engagement ring to TRS to get a tax refund.
We can only get up to $900 anyway.
Yeah, I know. So you kind of have to pay part of it back. Or do you pay the whole thing back if it's worth more? I forget.
I think part.
Only part.
You can take up to 900.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like Korea was maybe the place to do it. It was nice, but I have other plans. Not that I'm doing anything, but there's probably something else on the agenda with that one anyway. With rings, I know there's like different colors it can show when you're shining light on it. You get moissanite, I think it's more rainbowy, and then you got lab, which is more white. Or just diamonds in general, it's more white light, I think, that goes through it. And then there's different grades, there's different sizes. I don't know, man. Like 1-2 carats. What's the
different
difference?
Shapes, different weights, which is the carat. There's different sizes.
Oh, well, carat is weight.
Yeah, carat's weight, it's not size.
I thought it was.
Yeah, but the heavier something is, the bigger it is. So people say like whenever colloquially, when people say carat, they're referring to the size. But you can get a lower carat diamond that looks bigger if you just cut it wider.
That's a scam. What the hell?
Yeah.
And who's going to know?
Well, no one, because no one weighs the diamond.
Yeah, what are we doing?
They're between if you're looking at a natural one, between like a 1.3 to a 2 carat diamond, which is like 0.007 of a gram, it's about $15,000 more.
But you wouldn't be able to tell that one's bigger than the other. That
depends how it's cut.
Yeah.
So if you cut, so you just imagine if you get a 2 carat diamond that's cut round but it's deeper, then it looks the same as a 1.3 carat diamond that's cut the same size but shallower. But then that's, the jeweler starts saying to you, oh, well, this dimension needs to be a certain percentage of this dimension. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think the thing with some Asian families and ethnic households is a lot of wealth, displays of wealth to show that you're doing well, and maybe that's part of why your mum wanted you to get a diamond ring. Yeah. I told my mum that I didn't want one because of the whole market, blood diamonds, whatever, etc. Shorted market. I'm not going to get into it, but I told her about that, and she was like, "Oh, look, that's fine," because she's like, "Man, people don't have money these days as kids. Like, I got to save up for a house deposit, whatever. I'm not going to spend $50,000 on a ring. It doesn't make any sense."
That's way too much, bro.
Okay, so now we know Nathan hasn't spent $50,000. we know the baseline, and it's like what? It's like 10% of the price, maybe. Like 10-20% of what you could be spending on a real diamond if you just get like a lab grown or a moissanite.
Yeah. If you're not careful, I've seen some people pay like about almost the same price as a natural diamond for a lab grown.
Yeah.
That's that's where you go in by yourself. Don't know shit.
Yeah.
They sense
You're
that,
lost,
man.
yeah.
They sense that. But now that you're engaged, has anything changed?
Nah,
you
it's
feel
exactly the same. Everyone's like, do you feel any different? I'm like, nah.
How did you feel when you got engaged, Matt?
It felt the same too. Literally felt the same. We just returned home from the holiday like New Zealand, and then we were just. I mean, we were already living together, so nothing literally changed. When
It's just the title, right?
ring, yeah, it's just the title. Like, yeah, nothing really changes.
Oh. Well, we can judge each other's engagements now because I learned from you guys your mistakes. I remember did you even bend down on your knee?
I know I did bend down after I consulted with the group first.
We were standing there because Sophia had her eyes closed or she was blindfolded or something.
She thought she'd like,
and then
something's going
like
wrong.
he's just standing there and everyone's like standing in a row behind him. So when you open your eyes, like Sophia's here, but when she opened her eyes, you should see like us holding the balloon saying "Marry me," and Matt turns around to us and he's like, "What do I do?" Alex was like, "Down, get down."
See, Matt's an athletic guy, but this is the one exercise he couldn't get the form right.
I couldn't, man. That lunge form was poor.
But it worked out.
It worked out. Yeah, it's all good now, but yeah,
It was pretty funny.
It's a funny story to tell.
It is.
I feel like even now, if I was to like do it again now, like I still probably would not know what to do. Like it's just like one of those things that you either get maybe too nervous or
Just
I don't
blank
know.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's actually
mental
pretty.
blank.
It is pretty nerve wracking, even
Yeah.
though you know that they're most likely going to say yes.
Yeah.
Different. It's a very vulnerable position.
Right,
pretty soft to be
yeah,
in.
because you have to actually manage a lot during the situation.
Manage what?
Like, your nerves and then the
Yeah.
environment and then like think about what you're going to say.
Oh yeah.
And then you have
that's
to think about your lunge form as well, because apparently that's a thing now. Like
Is it
lunge
actually?
form for
lunge
engagements.
Yeah. So
Is there a workout you can do to practice?
I suppose Bulgarian split squats or something, walking
okay.
lunges. I don't know. You got to strengthen the knee. Don't hunch over like they're not like they don't have a hunchback.
Yeah. Okay. So you get the posture right.
Yeah. Is that Nick, Sophia? If Matt like got down to one knee, he was hunching over and stuff, and he looked all wonky. Yeah. See.
Yeah. She said yes. That's not good.
You better start practicing now.
I'm gonna have the most perfect form for this engagement. Not that I'm planning any, but if I do an engagement, then it's gonna be very, very good form. I'm so glad Matt went first because I can learn from his mistakes.
Mistakes, but also I think a lot of things went right. I still sometimes to this day don't know how we navigated 12 people to be in the same area at the same time.
Country.
Yeah, in a different country,
Overseas.
all holding a fucking balloon.
so funny, bro. You didn't have to plan much. Like the whole day, like the 12 of us were like running around.
We were doing all the planning.
Yeah,
right?
I was just chilling. I actually don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I drove down the hill to the spot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank God everyone's there because I had no communication with you
Yeah,
guys.
there
I
was
couldn't
no
be-
reception there.
Yeah, I couldn't be on my phone too because it's just Sasha. It was just me and her. Went for a drive.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm just glad it all worked out. I don't know how we navigated
All
12
Matt
people.
had to do was manage to make sure there was petrol in the tank.
Yeah, and I nearly felt that one. So
Yeah, well, there was one car that nearly ran out of petrol, right?
yeah,
Was that yours?
yeah, that
was
was
it,
mine. Like
yeah.
I thought I couldn't make it to the I couldn't make it to the engagement spot. So you guys were all waiting for me, but the petrol literally the light was on.
There was no time to fill up.
Yeah, and we were still in the middle of the mountains, with no petrol station in sight, and like we had to literally it was like under 10 k's left in the car.
Oh my
of
god.
petrol, yeah. And then we got to the petrol station and we couldn't pay for it. Like none of my Australian cards worked. So we had to ask a guy who pulled up to the petrol station, hey, can we pay you in cash and use your card to pay for your petrol? Because the
How'd you give him cash? Why didn't you just pay the petrol station?
it wasn't a petrol station, it's one of those fill up on your
Self-serve.
self-serve. Yeah, so
like in the
they didn't
Yugos.
take cash.
Yugos, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a whole mess and I know you guys were waiting for a while too, but I had to like keep it all like cool as well.
Yeah.
And then we pulled in. Even from the top of the mountain, I saw all you guys there, but Sophia didn't see you guys. And I was like, oh, close your eyes. And she's like, why? I'm like, oh shit, close your eyes. Like, so she thought something was happening, like this emergency or something. I was like, just close your eyes, keep it closed.
Did she have a hint? Did she?
She had no idea. Yeah? No idea still. Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
She's not on the mic, but she said she thought
Yeah.
she was gonna.
I remember we're
scare.
all standing there,
Get
and then Matt pulls the car right up in front of us. We're like, dude, we're not even hidden.
Move the car, bro.
Well, yeah, so Yeah, I mean, now you have like two different type of proposals. You can choose one.
Choose
or,
one.
or
No.
make it better,
Yeah,
right?
so you
Like,
copy the homework, change it a little so it doesn't look like a copy.
it's like, do you
Yeah.
want people there? Do you want it privately? Where do you want
true.
it?
It was
Yeah.
different, yeah. But they were both overseas. That's the common trend here.
Yeah.
Dude, there were so many
Overseas.
people getting engagement when I was in Europe. So there was me, there was my mate.
Mm.
When we went to Tomorrowland, we met another couple from Australia who had also just been recently engaged. And then, like on Instagram, you just see people getting engaged left, right, center.
Yeah, so it's pressure's on, huh?
If you go to Europe, then yeah.
No, Europe, no. Probably, well, I can't say on camera.
New Zealand.
Maybe New Zealand, maybe Japan. I don't know. Japan's good. I
Japan's
go with
good.
Japan is like your proposal. I mean, like it's for you. Like, you're gonna enjoy it more than her.
I'm just here to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Not
Make
for
an
the
excuse.
proposal. All right, after the engagement, we also got weddings. So Nathan is you're currently planning your wedding, which is
Yeah.
happening next year. Very exciting because I actually haven't been to a wedding with good friends yet. I've only been to family ones, which are Michelle's cousins. I've got like a good friend's wedding, which is happening next year in April. And then Nathan's one is in October. Yeah, very excited for that. How are you finding planning so far?
It's okay so far. The hardest part is just getting the guest list right.
Because you've got how many?
Well,
What's the limit?
Annette says 200 and some. So it's more than 200, but less than 250. And we haven't settled that yet.
What does the venue fit?
Up to 300 or 350.
But that's like
It's too big.
sardines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like min-maxing
Yeah.
people in there. Can you reveal where it is, or should we?
Yeah, it's a Highline.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's
very
a-
popular now.
It's a pretty popular venue now. And I figured out, like, probably one of the reasons why is because they don't charge corkage.
So per bottle or something.
Yeah, so you, like, at other venues, you have to pay a per bottle cost if you want to bring your own alcohol. Highline don't charge you that.
Oh, that's stupid.
And also, I think the alcohol cost is built into the cost per head.
like for beer and wine.
Beer and wine only.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to one of my colleagues, and she was saying she also got married in Highline, and I think her strat was they also got the beer and wine package, and then they bought spirits and left it at the bar.
Yeah.
and people just free poured.
Yeah,
when they were there.
that's the
Same
that's the
idea?
idea.
Okay.
Do you need us? Because obviously, soon you need us to buy a lot from.
No. I've
we
got
sell
a,
from duty free.
There's a limit.
so-
That's not
so
that
the-
much of a
That's
saving.
like 4 bottles.
it
Like,
is, yeah. It's a big amount.
2 people, like let's say Miss Fear goes, we can get 2 liters each, right? And that's just like cheapest alcohol you can buy. Add it
Yeah.
to your tab on.
Well, the idea for our wedding was, I've been kind of like planning for a while, but each of the vendors I'm trying to use someone I know. So then, there's obviously the photo booth vendor.
Son of a Booth, which
Yeah.
is my friend Jason's photo booth business. Check him out.
and
Make a
then
booking. Quote Rise and Mike's, you get 50% off.
it's a bunch. It's actually
15.
15.
Oh,
So that's
15.
actually a huge discount.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And then for the alcohol, I've got a friend that owns a liquor store, so I'm going to hit that up. I just need to find a florist now. So if you have anyone that's a florist that needs a friend.
Yeah, let us know. Give us a hookup, please.
Yes. But we have to be friends first. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, I've heard of people doing AliExpress bouquets. You just
Ah,
buy
yeah.
like fake plastic ones.
Yeah. Well, it depends where you buy from, but sometimes like the fake flowers cost as much as the real ones, I've heard. I haven't looked into it yet.
If you're bulk buying, maybe check Alibaba because that's
Yeah.
where people stock them from. This is why our winters are really hot now. People are just buying plastic. Plastic flowers.
It's true.
This is what's wrong with the world. Oh, you've got photographer, videographer?
No, not yet.
Trying to find
Yeah,
someone.
we haven't started looking into it yet, but we need to find one.
Are those the most expensive ones to hire in terms of what you need for a wedding? Like excluding the venue.
I
And
think, I don't know yet, but I think the most expensive thing apart from the cost of the venue and the food is going to be the flowers or the decorations. I think like the photography package, usually you're looking at around 7 to 12K.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I thought the venue comes with decorations on the tables.
No.
It's just
You
a
get-
plain white table.
Well, actually, it depends on where you go, I think. But they give you like, the table dressing and stuff like that. But you still need to dress up the actual hall.
Oh, who cares about that? Just make it plain white, man. Just call it a very pure wedding and everyone has to wear white.
Actually, yeah, well, then I need to get like, our yas and suits and dresses and shit for the bridal party. So
Are
That
you
could cost a
going
bit.
full traditional with?
No,
Like your-
because we got to do the tea ceremony. So then that's what the alga is for. Then the suits are for the night.
Yeah, okay. And you were saying how you were going to use your work suit for your wedding. I was like, no, you can't do that, man.
But like his work suits are good
They're
quality.
pretty nice
actually,
suits,
yeah. But the thing is, when you take your photos, maybe our listeners can also chime in here. But would it be nicer for you to have like a unique suit that you're in that you've never seen before in photos? When you have your wedding photos, you look at them.
I could debut a suit for the wedding and then just keep wearing it at work. Depending on what type of suit I get.
And it's all about functionality, like
Yeah,
practicality. Like
Bro, like if I'm gonna pay a lot of money
you
for
want
a
to wear
suit,
it again. Yeah.
That's
not that
true.
well, like that wedding dress, bro.
I was saying like hire a tux or something that's like really nice.
I think hiring is just as much costs just as much these days as like buying. You could just buy it. And
I don't know. Like one of my other things was I could just send the measurements back to Vietnam, get suits made there. They're like $100.
Well, you get them shipped.
Oh no,
Really?
well there's always people going to Vietnam, and then you say you ship it to somewhere in Vietnam, they pick it up and bring it back.
might go next year, so just let me know.
Yeah, but our guys are like $50.
I'll just ask my mum. She's going next week.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she went
wedding.
to Hoi An, or I
Let me
think that's
know.
where the suits are done, isn't it? Hoi An?
yeah.
She probably knows a place in like Saigon somewhere.
Everyone in the country sews. So.
Yeah.
So there's probably something in the main city.
Tools
anyway.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll just ask her. Yeah. But in your photos, I think it would be nice to see you in a different suit that's like, oh, I've seen this when you're wearing it at work. Rather than, oh, okay, this is Nathan in his wedding suit in his prime.
I'm
It's
always
just
in my
different.
prime, bro.
But he's always in a suit too, so like it has to be that much more flashy if you want to look different, because people always recognize him in a
Yeah.
suit.
How much more flashier can we get with your
I don't
suit?
know. It depends ultimately on like I suppose what Annette picks as well.
Yeah, you want to match
Like
with
with
her
like the
dress
color scheme and
yeah.
stuff, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought the color scheme was white.
Oh no, I mean like if she has a general vibe that she wants for the wedding. I don't know
Oh.
if she. I don't think we've thought it. We haven't really thought about that yet.
Have you thought about themes?
No.
Because I've seen some photos about people told their whole guest list it was a costume party. And then they ended up rocking up and it was their wedding. And there's photos just them in like
I
costumes.
heard
and
about that too. Like they throw a party and they'll say, "Oh, come celebrate an engagement," and then everyone will turn up and be like, "Oh, surprise! It's the wedding."
Oh, you can save money because people usually have an engagement party
Yeah.
and then the wedding as well.
Yeah. So, I saw this other article the other day. Some lady was charging $500 for tickets to her wedding.
Charging.
Yeah. So instead of doing a traditional wedding, she set something up in like New York. So it was a whole day tour of New York. You'd go do different activities and shit like that. And that was all programmed into the cost of the ticket. So she was like, "Well, only people that want to come will just come, and I can actually just do what I want on my wedding day." And I was like, "That's fresh. I'd probably pay that, depending on the activities."
And who the person is.
Yeah.
Like how close you are.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should do that. Or you should set up a gambling system.
For different tiers of tickets.
You can get like a ticket into a raffle or something.
Yeah.
And then you can win prizes.
Guess how many jelly beans in the jar.
Oh, stop not this. And well, now that funny you say that, there is a certain amount you're supposed to donate when you go to a wedding.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I think that's just how it is traditionally, at least with Asian weddings.
I don't know. I think it varies from person to person. I've noticed anyway.
It varies from like closeness to the person, and then obviously how bougie that venue is too. I think like 'cause my assumption is that the rule of thumb is you cover your head plus a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always hard to know how much your head costs. Though.
yeah.
You give your best guess. But
But
that
then you
was,
put a bit more on that on top of that. That also depending on how close you are, right?
yeah. The reason being, I saw that thread on Oz Finance subreddit about someone dissing how, well, couples assuming that they should profit from a wedding or at least break even. And they're saying that that shouldn't be right. Which I kind of get the sentiment is, yeah, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't expect to make money from a wedding. But yeah, it just depends on who's attending anyway. But when you go, you at least do try to red pocket some money to cover yourself. Because it's very stressful on their part. Yeah, look, maybe per head, let's just say $100 per person. It's not just 100. Like, think about the time that they've had to put in to organize the whole thing as well. It's not just the ticket to get in.
And I mean, if you're Asian, then you think of the red pocket as a blessing, right? So you give a bit more. You cover your head and give a bit more because that's my blessing to you, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're starting
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah.
That's why mum always says you got to give them a bit more because they're starting a new chapter. So you want to give them a bit of a head start. That's why you do that. And then when it comes to your wedding, then hopefully they do the same to you. That's all it is. kind of just passing money
I think
around.
that's the Lebanese way of thinking too, because someone Lebanese said that exact same thing to me.
Oh,
Yeah, you give a bit more because they're starting their life.
yes. Yes, so I'm dropping the lines now, not Nathan.
It's better, honestly. Like, would you guys prefer money or gifts too? Like,
I'd rather money.
yeah, because like imagine just getting gifts from every person that comes. Like,
Yeah. How many toasters can you get?
yeah, how many chopping boards?
Well,
will you
that's
get?
the more westernized wedding, right? Where
Yeah, you have the
they
gift-
have the gift
gift
registry.
registry.
Yeah,
Mm.
but then some people, wouldn't a lot of people double up on things? How do they?
Nah, I think
manage
at the point of the gift registry is you set it up at one shop, and then as someone buys something, it gets taken off the registry.
Oh, it's like because
Yeah.
I've done one for the like Jason's, my friend's baby shower thing, and I don't know how it works. Like I think it all gets shipped to them or something. Maybe it tells them who bought it.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. That's a good way to do it, actually. If you just ship it directly to them.
But how much do you need? Like if you were to get married and then you're living together, what are you supposed to put on there? What do you
Yeah,
need?
how can you just drop a list of things you need? Like,
Like it's a pretty
you-
long list.
yeah,
Like imagine
you
you
would-
got 200 people.
I just look Tung one's going to be like e-scooter,
Probably got an
new
e-scooter.
camera,
I don't know
new
what-
TV.
I actually don't know what I want. I'm not really.
thing is, you won't know what you want. Like, every day is a new day where you might think of something you want, right? But you can't just all of a sudden get put on the spot and be like, oh, come up with a list. So yeah, it is quite hard. Like, money at least is more flexible.
Yeah,
You can buy it when
exactly.
you need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because 200 people. When do you, let's just say even with half of the people that are there, can you think of 100 things that you would want
No.
on your wedding day?
Probably like 100 pairs of shoes for missing.
Because you're on, by the way.
Well, Nathan, I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like too much. Like, I don't really buy too much these days, not extensively. I'm trying to channel more energy that I got from Peter a couple episodes ago, because he told me that he's not a very big consumer. He tries to live that minimalistic life, which I think you might try to do as well, Matt. You don't really buy
Yeah.
too much either.
Yeah, I try. Not doing the best, but I try.
Yeah, because you don't really, you don't buy like the latest tech. You don't really care about that.
Yeah,
Just
as
sort
long
of-
as it works, it's fine
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
You got that mindset of if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan, what,
I'm
are
a
you,
massive consumer.
Nathan is probably the
I'm
biggest,
the biggest consumer,
yeah.
bro.
what are you buying these days?
Depends on what my need is in like the 5 minutes I'm thinking about it. Like remember when when we went to Europe, I bought like a whole new loadout for that trip.
Oh, yeah, I need this bum bag. Oh, this
I
is
feel
a
like the
good
problem is when
travel
you say the
bag.
word need, it just tricks your mind into saying, okay, you need it, right? But like, do you need it or do
I
you
know, bro,
just want it? right?
look, it was probably a mix of both, but that trip went so smooth. Like everything that I bought was used like multiple times, and I was never caught out where I was like, shit, I wish I had something.
All right, so you're playing that well.
Yeah.
Okay. Try not to consume too much, or our winter gets more warmer. This is the problem. Are you guys reusing your plastic bags? Huh?
Always.
All right. So why do we have warm
Sometimes I
winters?
just refuse to use them. I'm not fucking like I'll just carry it out in my arms.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it.
What about destination weddings? Would you ever do one?
Well, we thought about that, but like it's too hard. You know, like you have to try to plan a whole thing in another country.
Yeah.
Like, planning it here is already hard enough.
Yeah.
But like having to go overseas and do it and then getting people to come, like it's too much.
Well, Michelle and I were considering that, but it's more of a let's do our ceremony overseas with smaller group of people, and then we'll have like one big one with family, whatever, here
Yeah.
at Crystal Palace, whatever. Bar luck.
I think a lot of people are splitting up the ceremony and reception nowadays.
What country would you and Michelle do it at?
Probably
Let's
have to
say-
do Vietnam.
Okay.
Can't do Japan.
Like go to one of the islands, like
No,
Bangkok or something.
there's probably some venues in the mainland, because for myself, I just have like the one family here. Michelle has a lot of family overseas, and she's got her grandma who's like getting old, and she's like, oh well, it's good for them to be somewhere they're comfortable. Like after the ceremony, whatever, they can do whatever they want. Like they know where to go. But if we're in Japan, they're pretty much lost, and we have to take them around to things.
Yeah.
That was our thought process for that. So Vietnam's comfortable, and I'd assume it's cheaper because it's Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So our dollar goes a lot further, even though, yes, our dollar is getting a bit stronger with the Japanese yen. It's kind of dropping now, but that's where I would go for a destination wedding. And now we have 3 different kinds of weddings again. See, we've got Matt, who's done the most frugal option. See, non-consumer.
I didn't even know he was married, bro.
Yeah, see, that was the most surprising thing. He surprised us. See, Nathan surprised us with his engagement. Matt surprised us with his wedding. Next day he was married. I didn't even know. All right, how did you find that then?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like every other wedding we've been to since our elopement, we talked about, we're like, oh, it's nice. So this is what it feels like to have a wedding. I understand why people do have weddings, but we're like glad we still went with our route, because it was that money saved, that stress saved. Because I speak to the people who have been planning. I have a few friends in planning as well right now, like Nathan. And I went to an engagement party last night. And in the middle of the engagement party, he's just like, it's fucked. Even the engagement party, I was already arguing with like Mrs. I don't know how we're gonna do the wedding. Like, they were struggling already, but they always have to keep a cool head in front of all the guests for the engagement party. But he's like, this is hard, and I'm like, I can't. I don't feel. I feel for you, but I don't know what you're experiencing, because we didn't even go through that. All we had to do was find a celebrant. The location was free. We literally did it on the cliff top in the national park, right?
Nice.
So that was free. Find a videographer, photographer, and just set the date, and then just book a house in the Central Coast for a few days. Got up there early, chilled, and then got ready there, drove out to the park, did it all. That's it in half an hour, and then just a photo shoot, and then fucked off. Like, it was good. Like,
obviously a lot cheaper.
Yeah, super cheap, not stressful. And then now the money, like, can go travel and whatever, like consume stuff if you want. Right. Haven't consumed anything yet, but we have Europe coming up too, and
nice.
So that's where the money's going to probably. But I wouldn't change it for anything.
Are there any regrets at all?
No, not at all. I think maybe this generation going forward as well, it's like we hate being center of attention. I don't know if you start to realize that, but especially for me, I don't want to be the center of attention. So I have no regrets.
Yeah, more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of weddings happening, and I think a lot of people do try to flex how much they're spending on their wedding.
Yeah, I love to flex how less I'm saving.
Some of them are ridiculous. Like, you're spending way too much.
What's your budget, Nathan, for yours? Because you got 300. Let's just say 300 or 250.
Oh, we don't know. I think we're trying to stick around like the 60, 70 mark.
Fuck, that's still a lot of money, man.
Yeah,
no, I think that's pretty fair. I think that's
for that amount of people.
Yeah.
Probably
It's going to be on paper.
It'd be less than 300.
60,000. Like, damn, that's a lot of money.
Mine was all in all under 10K. But that was, and about half of that, $5,000 was like the photographer.
Oh yeah, you gotta get someone quality.
Yeah, even my suit itself was $500, and then like $100 more for tailoring. Sophia's dress was $400, wedding dress.
Wow!
It was off the rack at the wedding store, and then tailoring was a few $100 more.
Oh, so it was like a secondhand one or something?
No. You can get dresses for that price now. Is it?
Oh, secondhand, yeah.
Oh.
But it was like one-time use, right? So it's like
one-time.
Yes,
yeah. But you can get like wedding dresses for about that price.
Yeah, it's like maybe off season, or it's like
or it's not as like flashy as normal dresses are.
As long as you know how to just dress it up.
So it's kind of like secondhand cars. As soon as that wedding dress is off the rack, it goes out the store. It's not worth it as much anymore.
Yeah. So everything was super cheap. All in all under 10K.
Spend more money on your holidays.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. There's a few other popular wedding venues that are around the area. You've got Crystal Palace. You've got
Classic
Bar Luck as well. Are there any other classic ones people go to?
Villa Capri, Le Montage.
I love the Bayron.
A lot of people
Montage
do
is.
Yeah, if you're Lebanese, what do you call it? The Renaissance at Lidcombe.
What was that one in Fairfield? Next to.
Oh man.
There's one there.
Oh man.
What's that? I haven't been to that
I
one.
know what you're talking
Lots
about.
of fights there.
I know what you're talking about.
In the middle of the wedding.
Dalton House, bro.
Dalton House as well.
Oh.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to hire an MC. What else do you need to hire? You got to hire a few things.
Oh, well, it depends. You might want to do like pyrotechnics, fog machines.
Oh, you're doing all that?
Ice cream cart.
They're included.
Line dancing.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh, I know that's part of a package there, right? You can do line dancing. You're not doing it, but they have it there, right?
No, you have to get your own.
Oh. You could probably like get some volunteers from Cabra. MCing. Nathan has asked me to MC his wedding. I got no idea what to do.
I'll let you plug the podcast at least twice.
At least twice. All right. So I'm gonna have to do it a couple times then. Yeah, because MCs go for around at least $1,000.
I
Nathan wants to
generally
say one.
find it's better when the MC is someone that actually knows you anyway.
That's what I thought it was the whole time, because I always see services out there like, oh, MC for your wedding, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
The
do you
MC
need some
generally
connection?
would probably interview you before interview the couple beforehand too, and they would ask about you, where you guys met,
Yeah.
so they can drop jokes in between, like, so they know you as a couple. They act like they know you as a couple because they've asked, what you like about each other, all of these questions. So yeah. So, but then it's even better now if you actually know them and you're close to them. You can make all these remarks like, yeah, it'll be funny.
Now I got to think of jokes.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard, man.
Or it's just mainly just like, hey, dinner is starting now. That's about it, I think.
No, but also like, for
There's
example,
got to be something more to it.
I
than
do
just
want to add
that.
something more to
for
it.
example,
Yeah.
like you can also make jokes like maybe like Nathan's American family is here, right? But you because you know Nathan, that table is like American, right? So you can crack a joke at them about being American or whatever, like you can make a joke around the table because around the room because you probably know, these are Nathan's workmates, or these are Annette's friends here or whatever. So her twin sister, like it's like luminous, right?
Yeah, I guess.
What you could do, but
Yeah.
obviously keep it within
Avoid
control. Yeah.
avoid cliche jokes. I feel like all the weddings I've been to for Michelle's cousin's family, the line that always drops is "Happy wife, happy life." And I'm like,
Oh man.
man, it's just not. It's not. Yeah, it's not original anymore. You got.
I feel like you're still gonna drop that, but you gotta drop that in a sarcastic way, aren't you?
All right, maybe, but like you gotta do it ironically, just not unironically, because it's like, oh, it's overdone. Kind of like there's no price tag. I guess it's free joke. You gotta drop that in somewhere. But yeah, I'm keen to find out what mistakes Nathan makes so I can fix that for mine and have a better wedding. Overshadow his.
Just have more money, bro.
Yeah, honestly.
If you have more money, you'll be better.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are services for wedding planners. How much do they go for?
Yeah, I don't think I was going to plan, like, I don't think I was going to hire one because, like, the venues usually give you a coordinator, someone who helps you, like, organize the day at the venue. But otherwise, I don't really have a need for someone else to do all that work because, I mean, I can do it.
Can't be that hard, right?
Surely not. Oh, we'll find out in about a year. I'm not stressed yet.
All right, well, this would be a good time capsule for when we find out next year when Nathan has his wedding.
We'll do another one in 1 year when maybe if you're engaged after his wedding.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Because Michelle's catching the bouquet and it's gonna throw it directly at her.
Wait, I thought you were supposed to throw it with your back turned to the...
Yeah, she's
The cup.
practicing like,
Bro, I went to a wedding. I saw someone throw a bouquet and it made a beeline for the person that it was supposed to go to. I was
Holy
like, fuck.
shit.
What?
It was crazy. Like, the person just literally just stuck their hand out, caught it. I was like, no one else had a chance.
Well, I mean, Annette does play dodgeball, so she's got a pretty good
so-
throwing arm.
just know where Michelle's standing at that point.
Yeah, she just needs to look
Yeah.
behind, and then easy done. So you got your food sorted, which comes from the venue.
Yeah.
Drink sorted. Oh wait, some weddings they have like choreographed dances.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna do that?
We haven't thought about what we're going to do for entrances, but we did ask Sophia to help us with our first dance. But
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
Sophia.
Oh, Sophia. Sorry.
Yeah, Matt's wife, Sophia.
I thought you said. I just heard Fee for some reason.
No.
Yeah.
So we have to plan that, but we have to pick a song for it. And then
some suggestions.
indecisive.
I think Annette said she had a song.
What's
right?
your
She had a-
suggestion?
we had a few.
Matt, give us one.
But I don't know. The song will be personal to you, so I can't say.
No, just throw
without-
something in there. Let's just say what should you dance to?
I don't know. Perfect motion.
Oh, get out of here! Just 'cause
You asked recommendation.
Matt's song.
Yeah, that's Matt's song. Yeah, for context, Matt and Sophia's first date ended with
that song.
that song somewhere in there. That's why I
Do you
mean
want to sing it?
No,
might we?
I'm singing it.
You sure?
You should have done that for your wedding for
What?
just you guys
Well, that was our first dance.
on the cliff.
Yeah.
and then you both went off the cliff.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much. I was
Sent
like,
it.
life's over.
But I'm probably going to be so like railed that night that I won't be able to dance.
But
like,
the first dance would be like quite early on.
yeah, that's
it's
what
like after your entrance.
that's what people
Yeah.
have started doing. Like, you do it before you're too drunk.
Before you go to each table and have a drink with each table, because you're gonna probably take a shot with each table. That's like how many tables?
Oh,
How, like
man,
10
it's
tables,
over.
20 tables.
20 something. Yeah.
You're over, man. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta start training your liver. Like,
there must
I
be something
trained
that
my whole life for that, bro.
Must be something that can sober you up really quickly in a
What?
powder form.
Hydrolyte.
yeah. Hydration is key. I feel like a popular song that's used quite a lot would be Callum Scott, You Are the Reason. That's pretty popular. Is Taylor Swift used a lot? Love Story?
No, I don't think it is.
Not for a first dance.
No.
No?
It plays at least once at every wedding, like Mr. Brightside. Like,
Yeah.
not for a first dance.
I'm trying to think what else you can dance to.
What are you gonna pick?
Probably DJ Splash. What's
The
the...
Roots sad song.
Oh, that's a good one. Actually, I don't know. Maybe a Korean song.
What?
I don't know. I got no idea.
Why Korean?
I'm throwing ideas out. I have no idea.
It should be relatively special to you guys, So whatever that means something to you guys.
Vitus. I feel like it'd be a good entrance, a thing to do for your wedding.
What
Have a dance, choreographed dance.
Well, look, it depends on like the bridal party as well.
I've been messaging him telling him to do a surprise one, but now it's not a surprise if he does it if Annette listens to this episode. But
She'd catch on so quick
Yeah.
if all the boys started going out too frequently, you know.
just say you're just going for a run with the boys, but instead we're going to like a studio and like have like 8 of the boys or whatever, and you're practicing a dance once a week for maybe 2 months. Maybe. She wouldn't really pick up.
I don't know if I could bait my boys into doing that.
They would.
I was thinking more of a couple's first dance.
Oh yeah,
So,
we're definitely doing that.
You're doing both.
Oh no. We definitely have to do the couples first dance.
Choreographed first dance.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It depends how hard Sophia goes.
Yeah, it'll be choreographed. Yeah, sure.
Because I've seen some of your stories. Well, Sophia's off camera, but I've seen some of her stories, and it's pretry like advanced. Some of the moves. You know, you gotta,
Good luck teaching Annette and I
some
that. 'Cause we're
flying in
pretty,
the
like,
sky. I'm like, oh, this
we've got no sense of rhythm,
advanced
bro.
stuff. Yeah.
Coordination's way off.
It's like she got me to be able to dance, so like you guys would be fine.
Matt was saying I should do that dirty dancing thing where you lift up
lift
the
her.
person.
Yeah.
I think
I lifted her on the cliff, like getting fall over, but
Oh,
I lifted her on the cliff, so it's fine. Like a few of the moves are doable, especially if you can carry her too. It's
what did you do, bro? Is it overhead presses?
like for reps. Yeah, I was trained the overhead presses.
Squatting, yeah.
Got super strong there.
You have to learn improve your snatch, bro.
maybe
I think I can snatch Annette's body weight, so it should be okay.
Can you?
I think so. Yeah.
well, you maybe you could set up a live stream of your Strava and then just do a lap around the whole venue, and we just watch the score go up and see what you can reach.
The funny
distance.
thing, the moment I proposed is on Strava, because I Stravaed the hike on the way up and then on the way back.
Oh my god! So you screenshotted that, saved it and everything. Have you saved it all and everything?
I think on my Strava it says a bit of a sore knee after this one.
Oh shit! Have you saved it as well?
Yeah,
Maybe a screenshot and.
Oh no, it's on Strava, so like it's saved on Strava.
Oh, but you never know. Strava could shut
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I would screenshot it for longevity sake.
It's actually I looked at it as well. It was a long hike, bro. It was like 3 hours in total.
You gotta send us
Paul's
that
part of it too.
Yeah, send us a hike. We'll probably do the hike as well.
Yeah.
I'll take a shit on the coordinates. Where did he propose? I'll take a shit.
Funny that it was in front. The mountain that was in front of us called the Shrek Horn.
Oh, the Shrek horn.
Shrek.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you gone ring shopping
Yeah,
with Michelle?
hypothetically, allegedly.
With Michelle?
She doesn't really know what she wants. I was like, "What shape do you want?" And she was like, "Oh, circle's
pick
nice."
for her.
I've got a good friend that's very into rings to help me.
Are you going to go by yourself or are you going to bring someone?
I'm buying it. Should I really say?
No. If you don't want us to
Just
know.
let's group chat later.
Yeah. But it's not your conventional place to buy rings. Let's just say that.
Facebook walks.
I've seen a couple.
Man, so many. It's like I don't know why they're coming up on my marketplace because I just click on it because I'm just curious what they say on there. And now my whole marketplace feed on Facebook is like engagement rings, and it's like engaged. She didn't say yes. Selling my ring. I'm like, fuck.
I had someone
so bad.
I had someone call through once on the work line, and they needed some advice about whether or not they could ask for the engagement ring back because the engagement didn't go through. And there's a body of case law on it, but long story short, I was like, in my infinite wisdom, like, what happened? He was like, I was using a phone and I opened the web browser and the last thing searched was how to live with an ugly person. So he called it off. I was like, oh, shit.
Can you get it back?
Depends.
That's a cop-out answer, bro.
It's a lawyer answer.
Yeah.
It's technically a conditional gift. So it's a gift that you're giving on the basis that you're going to get married. So in some circumstances, the ring is recoverable, but it depends on the facts of the case.
Oh, man. This is why I hate lawyers, man. Too many rules, man.
The golden...
Yes or no? Can I get it on?
Was he ugly though, or?
I never saw him.
Yeah,
I never saw him. You never called me back. Maybe he ends up getting married, you know? You never know.
I hope he gets married.
Maybe not
it's a sad,
for that. Maybe not
it's a
for that
sad thing to
person.
find out, you know.
Yeah.
So would you guys call off your wedding if your partner thought you were ugly?
That's a good question.
I think Annette already thinks I'm ugly.
Yeah,
bro, so.
my next thing was saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm ugly.
We just have big personalities, you know? Huge.
Oh, right. This is why we're on camera now.
She
so you can
knows,
see
she knows
the
why
bulge.
Vo2 Max is quite high.
That's why when
that.
Annette and I first started dating, we'd go on runs together just so she knew I had good cardio, you know? It's very important.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, you know, it's a big thing now with those running clubs.
Mm.
A lot of people go, like single people go to running clubs to meet people.
Oh.
And one of the benefits is you know that your partner has a good cardio already, so you don't need to worry about that. And if they wear tights, you can assess the size of their
No,
athleticism.
you can't, man. You know how many Asians are growers, man? It's not possible, man. And plus, if you're running in winter, it's not going to help either.
I saw a TikTok where someone was going on a first date for like running. So I thought that was interesting too. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's the new singles dating events,
Yeah.
bro. Not bars.
Not Mondays at Cabramatta. Thanks, Alan.
Doing
Organize
God's work. here.
Actually, man, this is actually making history in Cabra.
Is that the first singles dating event in Cabra?
In Cabra, yeah. The first ever.
He was being shut down by heaps of haters, especially the I hate Allen.
AllenInCabra hate page on TikTok.
Yeah,
He didn't deserve that, man. He
Too far, bro.
That's
too
dog,
far.
bro. That's fucking dog.
standard Allen.
Yeah. I hope it went well. I think he's releasing some stuff now.
Oh,
That's
I've
fine.
seen a couple of success stories come from them, so it's good.
Yeah, it's 50-50 anyway.
Yeah, he could do. You know, he could do like a running or a cycling one now.
Oh, cycling? Yeah, he could
Cycling.
do a cycling dating thing. And then we can go to the wedding that he's going to have.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he heard it here first. That's the way to go about it.
Are you gonna rock up in like a fancy car?
Oh no way,
Okay,
bro.
that's I think the
No
biggest
way.
waste of money.
No, like literally.
unless
no.
you're
Have you seen those
unless you're Levo, like,
services?
Yeah, they make good money. Like
A roller or something.
Yeah, but like I suppose if you do it, if you have to drive and arrive somewhere where people will see you arriving, it's
Yeah.
okay. But no one's gonna see me.
it's
Arrive.
more for like the ceremony where like you're doing it at the house, right? So
Yeah.
you block out the whole street. You rock up
I like Auburn,
in your
yeah.
obnoxious muscle car or
Yeah.
something, and then yeah.
Salim Maher. Just block off the street in Auburn and do it there.
It's crazy, but that one thing ruined his whole life.
I know. Put too much spotlight on him.
Yeah.
I used to drive past his house every day to get to work. And I would just like slow down and have a look at his house. It's giant house. Like, I mean, yeah.
There's Mirren, yeah. Would you have to move in together first before you get married?
Who? Generally?
In general.
Well, it depends. Like some people are still super traditional, won't move into after. But I mean, Annette and I are probably going to move in together before we get married.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because it feels weird, right? Like it's like you do the whole paper, you're married, and then you kind of go to your own house.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
It's weird. You don't live
You guys
together.
want to go home together, right? Like, that's the plan. So,
But I think that's like why like getting engaged doesn't feel like too big of a change. Well,
you guys went home.
Yeah, I mean, like,
afterwards, yeah.
well, apart from that, but now I feel like you get. I don't know. Maybe back in the day, I feel like there's a bigger separation between your partner's life and your life because you're not always in contact. You don't always spend that much time with each other. But now, like, me and Annette spend a lot of time together, and like, same with Matt and Sophia. So it doesn't feel like any different. Like when you and Michelle get engaged, you'll probably feel the same.
Yeah, because we live together.
Yeah,
We've
so
been
it's-
together for like, what, 2 years now? Like,
Over 2 years, yeah, it's crazy. It's
so
gone really quick.
It really, yeah, we'll revisit the question when you guys get engaged, but you'll say nothing's changed.
Then why does she keep asking? Nothing changes.
I'll look at it
Just
right
stop
now.
bugging me, man. What's this pressure to put
The only
on
thing
me?
that's changed now, you're broke, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's a difference. Yeah. Can't spend money on myself now.
can't buy the new camera that you wanted, or
Yeah, well, the camera gets sufficient, hopefully. This is going to be in video, by the way, if you guys are listening. Well, it's near the end of the episode anyway. Yes.
once I finish the process and I know more about it, I can tell you more.
Yeah, we'll revisit this topic. Don't worry. It's different
So
stages.
after you get engaged, makes more sense.
Yeah. When I'm engaged, Nathan's married. Matt's already got.
I'm my second wife.
You're finished.
You know what was crazy actually? It just reminds me. At the beginning of the episode where you were like, "Oh, it's weird because one of your friends has a kid."
Yeah.
I was looking at a Father's Day ad the other day for Rebel Sport because I was trying to fucking find a sale. But then the guy in the ad like looked like our age and he had 2 kids. I was like, "Fuck, that guy looks like my age." And then one of my friends was like, "Dude, we're at that age." I was like,
Is that how we look
"Oh
now?
shit."
This is how we look now. Yeah, people having kids are like around 30s. That's the trend. We'll revisit the whole having kids thing as well when
someone has a kid.
there's too many stages in life now. But this is where we're at. Engagements and weddings. It's a fun time. We're nearing the end of Friends season 8.
Yeah, but it's a new season, right? It's a new chapter, so it's fun in its way as well.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's like more celebrate. You're celebrating. You better get married too because while the hype is still there, it's like we're gonna have like so much fun at Nathan's wedding, but after the 10th wedding, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
Really? I feel like
I have to give another. I have
know.
to dress up again. Like
We've got like 5 weddings this year. It's crazy.
yeah, because I have one friend.
Yeah.
I think she's 30 now. Like she goes to back-to-back weddings every time, and this destination wedding. She's going to China, then India.
Yeah.
And she's just like, man, I'm over it.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such an exciting time. I'd love to go.
Maybe if you're going to 5 a year for 4 years, like you'll probably get a bit over it. Because then it's expensive as well if you're going to destinations or you're giving $100, $200 every time. We'll see. But right now it's super exciting, super fresh. Sorry, Tom, you couldn't come to my wedding.
No one could.
Yeah, no one could.
It was like super
More
exclusive.
people were at my engagement than my wedding.
Were we at? Yeah, we were at the. Wait, were we at the engagement?
No, that was with Sophia's side.
Ah,
Her
engagement?
friends.
did we have an engagement?
Your engagement?
Yours.
Your engagement.
You do?
My proposal.
Oh,
sorry, I meant like-
we thought you had
yeah.
an engagement party. You didn't tell us about that either.
No one, I didn't have an engagement party.
You had an unofficial engagement party.
With Sophia's side in Hong Kong, yeah. And
Yeah.
that was pretty easy to organize.
Was it just the
And
dinner?
then I
Because
having
I
an
didn't get
engagement
any
party.
organizing.
Yeah, it never has, bro. It never will.
It refuses to, man. Why
And then
bother?
I aren't doing an engagement party.
Huh?
Nah.
Let's do it all at once.
Yeah, because we were talking about it last night, and we're like, isn't it the same thing? Like,
Oh yeah.
Same thing, because all the people you invite to the engagement will probably be at your wedding as well. So you're giving a speech.
No, but it's different. It's different stages. It's like, oh, we're celebrating that you're engaged now, and then it's like we're celebrating that you're locked in now.
Would you have an engagement party?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I should.
So your thoughts on engagement parties are like it's
It's different stages. I feel like, but I haven't really put much thought into it because I'm not engaged yet. Just FYI. Not yet.
I feel like things move generally fast. Depends. Are you gonna have a long engagement, or are you gonna?
What's the strategy? Is it?
I don't know.
Is it supposed
Some
to do like
people have
2
some-
max?
I think based on venue as well, right? Like if you're getting a really good venue that you need to book 1.5 years advance, then you have no choice but to have a long engagement. Which means you probably should have an engagement party before we all forget about you in 1.5
Before you
years.
forget about us.
Like, but for example, Nathan's one, it's they already came up with a date. It's
Yeah,
time next year.
we had a quick turnaround time. I
You're
mean,
very
like,
organized.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, like, we don't have any reason to be engaged for too long anyway.
Well, you have your calendar planned for the next year anyway, so I assumed you already locked in a time.
Yeah. Actually, when we booked the date, we were like, oh, we better like call our friends to make sure that they're free, like the ones that are on the party. And then I called the boys and I was like, are you guys free this like on this date next year? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, you free? And then, like, dude, we don't think that far ahead. And I was like, I thought that'd be the
Next
case.
year?
Yeah, what's the chance of someone would be not free this time next, like longer than this time next year? So,
Well, maybe they book tickets really far in advance.
If you need the business class
yeah,
seats,
if you
yeah.
need the
For
reward
award seats,
Yeah,
yeah, yes.
355 days out, bro.
Yeah.
You need to start looking.
Yeah. See, if it's destination wedding, that's where I might be like, oh, it's quite fun because we got the Amex.
What about honeymoon? Because destination wedding works well if you want to stay in the country or visit close by. So, for example, I was talking to one of our mates, A-Rod, Alex, right? He was saying him and his partner considered Taiwan because as a destination because it means something to them. And then also because you're already in the thick of Asia, right? You can just go to another country, Japan,
Oh, it's so close.
Korea,
Yeah.
within 2 to 3 hours. So he thought about doing it there. He's not engaged yet, but probably fight Michelle for okay this year, but yeah, so
Maybe it's happening.
Yeah, so
he's in Europe.
Yeah.
So maybe he's going to get engaged in Europe.
But it is a good
we just make Michelle and A-Rod fight for the bouquet in the night.
I'm sure you have a lot of
We'll
mates.
just do a series of games to win the bouquay.
No, I'm sure you have a lot of mates too who they want to get engaged, but your boys haven't put trigger yet. They're like, fuck, when are they gonna do it? So they all put that as well. But yeah, destination wedding is good for that reason too. Do you guys plan on having a honeymoon?
Yeah, we want to go to Canada.
Like straight
Canada's a
after?
good choice.
Or?
Nah, not straight after.
Like a road trip, right?
Well,
Couple weeks.
we're thinking about when we're going to do it. We're thinking about looping it in with Coachella. Because since I've got Tomorrowland now, Annette wants to do Coachella. I was like, fair enough, I'll do Coachella.
If you enjoyed this episode, send us an email, ricemakes.podcast@gmail.com. We'll revisit this.
If you have any vendor recommendations, send them through as well.
Yeah, let us know. Nathan's wedding's next year, October, so by the time you listen to this, it probably hasn't happened yet. Hook us up. If you got any businesses that can give us a good deal, good price, let us know at our Instagram, Rice and Mike's Podcast, and we'll be very happy to take a discount for that. Catch you guys on the next episode. See you then.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.